What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Balanced Perception YouTube channel. Today we have an episode where we are going to talk about none other than cosplays, of course, but specifically 10 cosplays that are under $50. There, are many to choose from since Christmas is right around the corner. It's not too late to still select which, items you're going to give to that favorite cosplayer in your life, or just even for yourself. That's perfectly fine too. I go to many cons and I take tons of pictures, and I speak to lots of cosplayers that have cosplays all the way from their intro cosplay to the people who are entering the costume contest, and they have put thousands of dollars along with time and dedication into their cosplay. So let's just start out on the lower end today with 10 cosplays that are under 50 bucks. So, on our countdown today, we will have 10 cosplays, which are not in any particular order. So of course, feel free to shop around, choose which one you want, or go with these characters if you happen to like them. Hopefully this will just give you an introduction into a few cosplays you can get, which are under $50. So first up, we have Jabami Yumeko. Hopefully I did not slaughter that, but she's from the series Kageguri. It's a great series, all about gambling. It's, like I said, just an absolutely amazing series. Yumiko is shown to be a very upbeat and charismatic character who constantly attracts the affection or interest of people around her. Not only is she able to befriend those who previously disliked her, she is able to catch the attention of the entire student body. She does just that on her very first day of school and manages to continue doing so on nearly a daily basis. Every time she notices an opponent cheating in games, her button gets switched to a bloodthirsty side of her, usually seen when her eyes turn red and she frightens her opponents. She is absolutely terrifying when she switches to this mode and crushes basically any opponent that comes across her. It could basically be on luck, or she could have the skill. Either way, she always manages to come out on top. I love her red attire. It's basically a skirt with a red jacket and her lanyard. It's a really cool cosplay. And of course you have to get the red contact eyes to match to show that you mean business. So next up for cosplays under $50, we have 02 from Darling and the Fran. This is another great series with kind of a lead female protagonist. She controls these large robot-like structures. Don't really want to give it away, don't want to spoil it for you. I'll just say that they're large robotic-like, not like Gundams, but just these large robot-like things that they control. It has one male controller, one female controller. I'm just gonna leave it there. Definitely check it out. But as for the cosplay itself, she has long pink hair and a pair of red horns on her head. Her eyes are cyan with pinkish red eyeliner. Her eyes turn red without her headband. She has a slender and athletic figure, and she is a tall girl among the squad and about the same height as Hiro. Just in case you don't know, Hiro is the male pilot that she controls the robotic structure with, and the two, synergize, work together to, like many anime series, basically take down a bad guy or bad entity. Definitely a great cosplay that's under $50. Check it out. It's, like I said, a very good budget cosplay and a great option if you're just getting into cosplay, and also a great series just to check out. Next up, we have possibly the most famous character on the list, that is Captain Marvel. I say that because, of course, Marvel made the movie Captain Marvel. It was, a really good movie, or at least I thought so. And then, of course, she showed up in Avengers Endgame, where she just utterly decimated basically anything she came in contact with, because she's extremely powerful. This is another great cosplay to check out. It's a bodysuit, it has her colors, and it comes in many different variations. Captain Marvel is usually shown having blonde hair along with a slim build. She has several different powers at her disposal, including superhuman strength, endurance, stamina, physical durability, a seventh sense, quote unquote, and of course the ability to fly. She used all of these powers throughout the series, well, throughout her movie and in-game, and ultimately was the reason that the Avengers won. She originally had the power of flight thanks to a contraption under her suit, but as you can see, that was not the case in the movie. Her powers do differ from the movie along with the comic book, but there are some staples that pretty much remain the same. Overall, she's a great character to cosplay as and would be a welcome sight at any convention. Next up, we have Yashiro from the series Hanakokun. She's much less popular than Captain Marvel, you know, probably even less popular than Darling in the Fran, but she's still another good character to cosplay as. She wears a white dress which has a brown overlay along with the tiny little skull on the front. I, of course, will include all the links to the different costumes below so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And definitely let's check out why this character is so awesome and why you should cosplay as her. So, as I stated earlier, Yashiro is the main protagonist in the series Hanakokun. She is a first-year high school student and has large magenta eyes that have orange-yellow accents. Her waist-length hair is a light cream color, which gradually fades into a soft teal green at the tips and is styled with baby bangs at her forehead. She wears 2 dark brown Magtama hair accessories on the side of her head, which pulls back some of her hair. Occasionally, Nin wears other hairstyles such as braids, ponytails, and twin tails. Yashiro really is an awesome character and another great option if you want to cosplay as a character under $50. You definitely should check her out and look forward to seeing her at conventions, hopefully when they return in 2021. Next up, we have a character that needs no introductions. Almost everyone knows her, whether you're in the cosplay world, just into films, into comic books, or even don't care about any of these things. Almost everyone can just look at this character and say, I know who that is. And that's none other than Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has gone through many changes and many iterations over the years. She has gone from her classic Harley all the way to her Suicide Squad Harley. Many of these are popular at cons, so you will definitely see both, but today we'll be looking at the Suicide Squad Harley, since that's the one that's under 50 bucks. Just to give you a bit of backstory on Harley Quinn, she's a frequent accomplice and lover to Joker, who was her patient when she worked as an intern at Gotham's Arkham City Asylum. Just to give you a little bit of history about Harley Quinn, she is a frequent accomplice and lover of the Joker, who was her patient when she worked as an intern psychiatrist in Arkham Asylum. She has also teamed up with fellow villains Poison Ivy and Catwoman, the trio being known as the Gotham City Sirens. Ivy is often depicted as a close friend and romantic interest of Harley. Since the new comics, she has been depicted as an anti-heroine and a reoccurrence core member of the Suicide Squad who has left her abusive relationship with the Joker behind. Suicide Harley Quinn is a very, very popular choice and definitely one that is very, I don't know, carefree. Her personality is very awesome. She does what she wants. And I think that's why a lot of people love to cosplay as her, because she doesn't care about the rules. She gets to do whatever we want. And I'm pretty sure everyone wants to live that way or just, you know, cut loose a few times. So feel free to choose this character for your next con. And as again, it's another cosplay that's under 50 bucks. So, once again, switching away from the Marvel DC comic book world, we have Ochako Uraraka, hopefully I said that correctly. She is the awesome hero from the series My Hero Academia. She has the ability to control gravity. I'm sure many of you have seen this, but if you have not, it's also like a really amazing power that I really look forward to seeing how they develop further on into the series. Like Harley Quinn, Uraraka wears several different costumes, but today we're going to be focusing on her battle costume. It's a skin-tight pink and black jumpsuit with a pink belt and thick pink bracers. It also comes with pink knee-length boots to complete the outfit. The set also comes with a short brown wig, but of course that will have to be purchased separately. Uraraka is the most laid-back girl in the class and also somewhat of an airhead and has a very bubbly personality. She of course is head over heels for Deku, but she tries to keep that under wraps, but basically everyone knows. She is an empathic individual and really cares about most of her friends and always tries to seem to do the right thing. She of course wants to grow stronger and is doing everything she can throughout the series to achieve that goal. In terms of My Hero Academia cosplays, she's definitely one of my favorite. I love to see her at cons. Deku is another one, of course, All Might, but those cosplays right now, unfortunately, are not under $50. But if you love this gravity-wielding badass, then definitely go for this cosplay, as it looks great at conventions. I love to take pictures of it, and once again, it's under $50. The next cosplay on our list is definitely an old school cosplay, and it comes from a series you either loved or hated. I don't usually find too many people in between. That is Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Spike Spiegel is a bounty hunter who uses martial arts and guns and anything he can find to take down his opponents. He does anything he can to get the bounty, but if you watch the series, usually it does not work out because something crazy happens. I have always been a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop, so I highly recommend this cosplay. Spike Spiegel is usually dressed in a blue leisure suit with a yellow shirt and Lupin III inspired boots. He also occasionally wears a long brown trench coat, and he is often seen with a cigarette between his lips, even if it's raining or there's clearly a no smoking sign where he sat. I can't stress enough how much I love Spike Spiegel cosplays, or just Cowboy Bebop cosplays in general. A few years back at AWA, I took a picture of a cosplayer. I still have not been able to find that cosplayer. You guys can find the picture on my website. I've been looking for them. It's a picture I absolutely love and keep going back to because, of course, it's a Spike Spiegel cosplay. So if you like bounty hunters, if you like lounging around, even if you like smoking, this is definitely a cosplay for you. The next cosplay on our list is from the ever so popular series Demon Hunter. If you have not seen Demon Hunter, oh my gosh, stop this video, I'll allow it, go and watch it right now. It's absolutely amazing. We're still waiting here in North America. I currently reside in North Carolina. I'm waiting to see the Infinity Train movie. Gosh, I really wish that would come out here, because I mean, I know it's already out in Japan, but I really can't wait to see that movie. Anyways, I digress. This cosplay is a bit of an amendment to the list. You can get this cosplay right now for $39 if you're lucky enough to receive it in a lucky bag from Easy Cosplay. You have an option of receiving several other great cosplays in the bag, but this one, along with a few other characters from the series, are possible options. So if you're like a gambler and you like to roll the dice a bit, you can definitely give it a try. I plan to hopefully get one of these bags and see what I can get. Show you guys before Christmas is up, but I'm not holding my breath as their shipping time is kind of long, but we shall see. Anyways, back to the cosplay. Most of us have already seen this series and know about Tanjiro's apparel or attire. Tanjiro wears the all-black Demon Slayer standard uniform, which is of course resistant to cuts, slashes, tears, and basically anything that demons can throw at them. Of course, like all outfits and everything in anime, it has its limit, but for the most part, it's a pretty good wear. On top of this, he also throws a checkered pattern green and black coat. I believe this pattern signifies the style that he's been trained in, because everybody wears basically a jacket that corresponds to their abilities and their style. So it's a very good matching coat if you really want to get this outfit. Also, Tanjiro wears some very special earrings. Tanjiro's earrings are called Hanafuda earrings, and they basically have a large red circle or red dot at the top, surrounded by a white outline. They're very beautiful, and I definitely recommend picking them up. Of course, they're extras, but they greatly accent this costume and are a must if you really want to cosplay it. You also should pick up Tanjiro's sword, but the earrings and the sword, of course, not necessary. As long as you get the outfit, everybody will know who you are. So, if you love Demon Slayer, definitely check out the Tanjiro costume or cosplay. I will link it below. I love it. I think it's a great buy. It should last you for a good little while, but personally, I like Zenitsu. This is also another cosplay that you can get out of the grab bags, the surprise bags that I will link below on Easy Cosplay. Feel free to check it out, and I wish the best of luck to you. I'm hoping I personally get Zenitsu, but again, I'll be okay with whoever I get. Now switching over to the video game universe, we have a very popular character known as Hana Song, but most of you guys know her as DVA. DVA is a very awesome character from the series Overwatch. Overwatch has tons and tons of great characters, but DVA is very unique. That's because she eventually does end up in the fight, but predominantly she loves to use a large robot that she hops into to gun down her opponents. Hana Song, better known as DVA, is the #1 StarCraft 2 player in the world. I don't know if you guys have played StarCraft 2, but it is an extremely difficult game. You have to make several split decision choices that can basically lead to you winning or losing the game. In terms of DVA's attire, she loves to wear a skin-tight blue, pink, and white costume. It allows her to easily slip into her mech, and easily destroy several opponents in the Overwatch universe. Speaking of DVA's mech, its name is actually Toki and it's all pink with a green canopy. It's extremely powerful and has 2 miniguns for each left and right arm. Several players have fell victim to these guns in the Overwatch world, and I'm sure several of them have used it to get carried to the top ranks of Overwatch. Like several other of the cosplays on this list, DVA is extremely popular, and I look forward to seeing her again at 2021 conventions. Another great thing about cosplaying as DVA is that since she is from the Overwatch universe, you can cosplay with your friends. Characters such as Reaper, Mercy, or Genji, you just, pick your choose because there are tons to choose from. So I look forward to seeing her in 2021 conventions, and again, she's a great choice because she's a cosplay under $50. Last but certainly not least, we have Hinata from Naruto. Almost everyone knows Hinata and has definitely followed this series. I mean, I watched it all the way from the beginning to the end. I have yet to start Boruto, but eventually I plan to get into it. I have, of course, looked at all the pictures and seen a few trailers, so I know about, their children and, they did get married at the end of Naruto. But either way, this is a great cosplay. It's under $50 and everyone loves Hinata. Well, mostly everyone. Like many characters in the Naruto universe, Hinata has gone through several transformations along with different attires. She currently wears her purple hair along with a purple hoodie and the common bluish, blackish pants that all of the ninjas or shinobis in the Naruto universe wear. She, unlike the Uchiha clan, uses the Byakugan eyes, which is not an opposite, but it's different from the Sharingan, which most people are much more accustomed to. It allows her to see the chakra points throughout a person's body, and as she fights them, close them off so that they're not allowed to use ninjutsu and genjutsu. Another nice touch to this cosplay is, of course, picking up the headband. Each headband represents where the ninjas are from and shows their dedication to their village. If you do plan to cosplay as someone from the Naruto universe, there are several choices, but Hinata's the one that I mentioned that's under $50. She's a great cosplay. I love the way she looks in pictures. You can just go to Instagram and find tons and tons of examples of how awesome this cosplay is. I definitely would advise it, and I look forward to seeing more of it in 2021. So there you have it, guys, 10 awesome cosplays that are under $50. I hope some of these cosplays are appealing to you guys and will actually help you get into the cosplay world. Or, basically because of COVID, I know people have lost their jobs, have not been able to make as much income as they want. Maybe they can purchase these cosplays, change them a bit if they want, and basically continue to cosplay at a much lower price. Thanks so much again for checking out my channel. I really appreciate the support and you guys watching my videos. If you want to see any of my previous videos, I always link them here, and below at the end of the video. Thanks so much for checking out my channel, and until next time, stay boundless. Bye-bye.